Hi, I'm Nick Shell, and I'm here to help anyone who's a husband or about to be. I've been married for 7.5 years, so there's some stuff I know that I'm just eager to pass along to you as people passed on to me before I got married. So here's what we're going to talk about in this video as a husband, and that is to never say you always or you never. So those are the things that you can never say as a husband. You always or you never. You can never tell those to your wife, for good or bad. It's best to stay away from those phrases for the most part, unless it's somehow got a positive spin on it. But it's still safe. I just don't ever say you always or you never, because it often is associated with some kind of criticism. And I've talked about in one of my other two husband videos that women can't handle constructive criticism unless you've got a rare one. They can't handle it. Men are basically wired to want to be exposed to constructive criticism. At least those of us who are intelligent do, at least. So most men want to learn how to become the best because they're competitive at what they do. Women, not so much. Especially not coming from you. She doesn't need to hear it from you. It's not going to go well for you. So expect her to be closed-minded to constructive criticism. Be okay with that. You like constructive criticism. She doesn't like it. Okay, so accept that. So knowing that as the foundation of this, to say that you always do this or you never do this, it's never going to end up in a good situation for you, because it comes across as constructive criticism. And not to mention, it's pretty irrational of a thing to say to anyone, you always do this thing. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of something that is a very neutral topic that I could say. But as far as you always want to watch The Bachelor instead of watching what I want to watch on Netflix. Okay? If you say always, so now you've definitely condemned her for this eternity, infinity type of situation. And when you say you always to someone, what that's going to do is naturally cause them to think of the exception. And there's pretty much always an exception to the always or never. So don't put yourself in the situation to let someone else try to figure out what the exception is. So never say to your wife or fiance or whatever what's going on there, you always or you never. I'm telling you, it's not a good thing. Stay away from that phrase. It's going to keep you from putting her in a situation where she feels judged and criticized. And it's also going to put you in a situation, if you say those things, to where you're going to have, she's just going to find the exception of the rule anyway, and then put that on you, and it turns to this big argument or whatever, right? So just don't say you always or you never. That's my tip of the day. I got plenty more, but should I keep investing my time in making these videos to husbands? Should I? Well, there's only one way to know the answer, is I'm going to look at the number of views on these videos, and that's going to tell me whether this is a good investment of my time. I got plenty more though. I'd love to help other guys out more if it's worth my time to make these videos. I'll let you decide.